Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to an episode of PATTAY'S Performance. Today in the driveway, it's a multi-layered video, unfortunately. We have the iconic Bilt Storm 2410 2-stage snowblower. I don't know if I want to go into the details first, or we'll just go through the machine. The story of how it got here. This is here for well, it's supposed to be here for a tune-up. This video is gonna hurt a little bit. This is gonna hurt. You know what? Let's just jump right into the meat and potatoes. Okay. As you guys know, we have had a lack of winter for 2 years. Okay? And even though we've had a lack of winter for 2 years, I still decided to push forward with snowblowers. Been very successful. Last year, I made a commitment that I was going to go all out on snowblowers, but my challenge was to buy it under a certain price point. And I fulfilled that promise. We had a great winter. No, sorry, we didn't have any winter. We had one snowstorm, barely. But I still sold a lot of snowblowers. The part was I got maybe, can't say the word greedy, but overzealous in the point that I kept buying whatever I was replenishing. And it is what it is. Anyway, this guy bought a house and he thought, what a wonderful time to have a snowblower. Just want to make sure I'm in frame. Yes, what a wonderful time to have a snowblower. And he's right. 'Tis the season to buy a snowblower, okay? What he did was create a post saying he wanted to buy a snowblower on a community page. It wasn't a general thing. So, I'm not a part of that community page, really don't care. And Sam and Leo Musitano from SNL Brothers, they've been very good to me, very good to them, said, listen, seek this guy out. Me. He'll definitely do you by the right thing. And of course, other people commented about their machines because we haven't had snow in 2 years. Guess what? Everybody wants to offload their snowblower. And he bought this one instead. He did not get a good deal. You guys want to guess how much you paid for this? You know what? Let's go over the machine first. Let's assess the machine. No, I don't know. This is a multi-layered video. All right, he paid $300 for this machine. And then I'm charging him $130 to tune it up. He's into this machine for $430. No modified impeller. I have probably about 20 snowblowers I could have sold him in the $450 price range. I'd even go down to $430 because I have no inclination that I'm going to be selling them anytime soon. I would have definitely sold him a plethora of snowblowers with the bigger engine, with the 208. And like I said, this video is multi-layered, so I'm just trying to. All right, let's keep going. On our lives, right? Me and Mrs. PATTAY'S Performance, we go live every 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, in a couple of videos, we talk about that you do not trust nobody. This machine is the epitome of that. And why not explain? Let's keep going. So I'm going to screenshot our conversation. I'm going to put it in there, and basically the gist of it is that he bought this and he just wants it tuned up. So according to that, this thing is running. He literally just bought the machine, and instead of buying me to, oh, that's right. So after he bought the machine, then he looked for service. S&L Brothers came through, referred me, and here we are. So he reaches out to me for service. He just bought the machine. He wants me to go through it, make sure it's good to go before the season hits, and he is not stuck without it being serviced, okay? The guy told him it was 3 years old. It is not. It is 8 years old. No, I'm sorry, 9 years old. It's 2011, which is not a big deal. This machine is in phenomenal condition, okay? And age is just a number when it comes to snowblowers, right? Man, we haven't had snow in 2 years, so it's actually 7 years old. Okay, this has some service history. See this tag on here? So there's some truth to that. Jesus, I just noticed a few things. So let's talk about people not being truthful. And I'm not saying anything against him, but according to him, when we left off, this snowblower was running and needed nothing. So I arrived to his house to pick it up, and we're talking, and what do we talk about? My number one rule of thumb. Well, actually, the number is trust no one, right? People think a tune-up is going to fix their non-running machine. That is not the case in about 98% of the time. Everybody thinks, oh, it just needs a spark plug. Well, if it just needs a spark plug, guess what, pal? So easy, you should do it. So it's really not the case. So anyway, when we were looking at the snowblower, I says, oh, let me start it up. And he says, whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you mean? And he didn't give me a chance. Well, I didn't give him a chance, because when he said no, 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 I right away went to the dipstick. Make sure you guys get this good angle. What do you see? Bone dry. Nothing. Check this out. You ready? I just took this off by hand. So now, the truth and the story has come out. You ready for this one? So he went to the guy's house. The guy's house is an older gentleman. He's between his 60s and 70s. He is the original owner. Okay. They ran the machine. I was playing that music. They ran the machine. They ran the machine. Picked it up, paid for it, brought it home. And he said, who's playing that music? Oh. Anyway, he brought it home, and he says, oh, the gas must be bad, I'm gonna drain it. If the machine ran, how could the gas be bad? I don't know. Just a question out loud. So he ran the machine again. He ran the machine again with no oil. And while the machine was running, it shut down. And then he realized there was no oil. So, was he being dishonest, or was he just not knowing anything? So, I am snowblower blind. in the sense that I feel like this has no compression when you pull on it. But remember, it does have a compression release. You know, I'm busy working with lawnmowers. I know what a lawnmower feels. Snowblower, I'm a little, the touch is out. So, I asked him if he noticed any leaks. I don't know if I said that. He noticed no leaks. So who knows how long this thing has had no oil in it. But anyway, let's dive into the specs of a Bilt 2410 snowblower. And this guy was actually bummed out in our conversation that I told him that's a 179cc engine without him even telling me. And he was upset because he thought it was the bigger 2.8cc engine. I could have done that for him in his price range, which is another sad thing. And that's another thing, right? Even though we haven't had snow in 2 years, I still have a plethora of snowblowers. I still have them for sale. I don't care, right? That's a missed opportunity if you don't have it. I'm just more upset that this was a missed opportunity and I could have had money in the kitty and space. But I probably would have bought another snowblower because there are a lot of good deals out there. A lot. Me and Henry at Mowers and Blowers are going back and forth, and you know, it's just, we're both going to hold off. There's just a lot of good, I know Henry doesn't like to spend money, but there are some good deals out there. Very, very tempting. Let's go over the Bilt 2410. And while we're in here, let's talk about what else is wrong with this machine. Okay. Iconic Bilt 2410, electric start, 6-speed forward, 2 reverse, reinforced steel housing, which is complete nonsense, because as we know, these are thinly made, and look, it's bent in, and that's bent in. Serrated ice cutting auger, which is good. It's going to chop it up. Heavy, wet, slushy snow. You have 4 shear pins, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Metal 3-blade impeller. This is what's wrong. Look at these skid shoes. They're not on the ground. So this thing is literally riding on the scraper bar. So we'll take care of that for you. Okay. This is your clean out tool. If you ever get clogged with snow, you run it down the chute. Okay. He is not modifying the impeller on this, so he's going to be using that. Love these tires. These are the X-Tracks made by Carlisle. I love these V-grooves, okay? These are perfect for snow chains. You tuck these snow chains right inside the grooves, and you've got traction for days. Engine last. Fold-away handles for compact storage. Okay, he wanted to know why I knew it was a 179cc engine, but what I couldn't believe is he didn't know it was. Look at that. It says it right there. I don't know, pal. I don't know. A 2.8cc engine in most cases will have a stator or a light output coming up here, and we could put a light right here, or I've done lights here and here. Okay, that's our oil drain. That's okay. So this is your Chinese knockoff 179cc overhead valve engine. Really nice, quiet little engine. I'm a fan. He's not. He wanted the bigger engine. I tried to explain to him with a modified impeller, this thing will be a formidable foe. But he is going 2.8. Valves, exhaust, spark plug, primer bulb, key, choke, throttle, kill switch, choke. We did spark plug. Let your belt cover, oil, and gas. 5W30. Up top, auger control. Drive. Auger control. Drive. Shear pin holder. He is missing the shear pins. This is his gear shifter. Excuse me. Manual chute control per se. Oh, it is manual, right? Turn here, turn here. Okay, this you're gonna have to adjust on your own. So this machine is not a good candidate for a snow cab. I believe you should have a snow cab on a machine that once you get it started, there is no need for you to ever come out of here ever again. Never. So that means in order to adjust the snow, you gotta exit your snow cab, make your adjustments and come back in. Yeah, that's it. Oh, put you guys on the tripod. Let's see if this has auger lock. This is a one-hand operation. So that means with the auger and drive held down, you can let go of the auger and it'll still perform. There is no auger lock, so you're going to have both hands down at the same time. I like auger lock because one hand, you could use this hand to turn your chute and, I don't know, pick your nose, drink a beer. You know, that's that. All right, so let's get some oil in this thing. We're going to go with cheap oil because we have no idea if this thing is going to run. Once we can confirm this thing running, then we could put some royal purple. We will convert it. All right, so we got 20 ounces of regular 5W30 non-synthetic oil. All right, once we confirm this runs, we will put the good stuff in. Don't want to waste it. One of the crazy part is he just messaged me, is everything okay with the snowblower? I wonder if he's really telling, if he was really honest or not. Why would he be scared? Alright, so let's turn this off. And let's just pull this by hand, work this through. This is crazy. I don't know if you guys can see, this thing literally feels like it has no compression. Zero compression. I'm tempted to pull a spark plug, but let's see. Oh, look. Can you guys see that? Do you think somebody was in here? Look at that, it's missing a bolt. Usually, these bolts go missing because it's a pain in the ass. Oops. Whatever, you know the deal. So let's give it a wham. Let's give it a wham. On, choke, prime for a good time. This thing has no compression. This thing has no compression. There's no way. Look at this. This thing blew up. Let's try something else. We're gonna pull a spark plug. We're gonna see if we can revive this motor. All right, we're gonna pull a spark plug. I pulled the boot out. Yeah, this thing it's got oil in there. It feels as if there's nothing in here. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna try and bump up the compression on this engine. Okay, that is called, there's two types of compression tests that you can perform, right? One of them is dry, and another one is wet. When you do a wet compression test, technically the wet compression test numbers should be higher because we are bumping up cylinder pressure. Now, if you guys watch Henry of Mowers and Blowers, I informed Henry about this method when he had a Red Max backpack blower. And he says, oh, this thing is done, I'm not sure, blah, blah. So Henry, pull the spark plug, put some oil in there, pull it nice and slow, put the spark plug back in there, pull it in nice and slow, because sometimes it might lock up on you, and see if it fires up. If it fires up, you know you have a compression issue, and we're gonna have to, do piston rings on it. And a piston. And guess what happened? It fired, it ran, and it died. Now sometimes I've woken up no compression engines and they've been running using this method. So that's your tip of the day. Let's put this back. This is 4 cycles, so it really shouldn't lock up. This is let's see what we got. Nope. All right, she's toast. I'm gonna message this guy and see what he wants to do for an engine. Maybe we're gonna have to end up Hemi swapping this thing. All right, guys, I just got done talking to the unhappy owner. He's just gonna pay me for my time. We're gonna bring it back off. Bring it back to him. I offered him a couple of options. Hemi swap it from Harbor Freight. Or we could do the 208cc with electric start that he originally wanted. Or I'll get him into one of my snowblowers already, like the Arian Snow Tech that I had on my channel. Or a few others. He had his run of the gamut. He just decided he's going to cut his losses and pay me for my time and my effort. I'm a little upset. Not at him, but just at the situation at hand. I would have loved to, honestly, Hemi swap this. I wish if we had space, I would. Even Mrs. Pattay's Performance, excuse me, I told her I'll offer him one of the snowblowers we have at a discount, and we'll take this as partial payment. She had no interest in this. And I understand, but I told her, listen, we're trading space for space, and we're getting more money in our pocket than what we had for just paying me for my time. But it is what it is. Like I said, I did offer him a trade-in value, and he's just going to cut his losses. I understand. He asked me how much we charge for snow removal. Because don't forget, he paid $300 for this, and then now he has to pay the lowest I would do on a snowblower for him is $400. So now he's looking at $700 for a snowblower. He's probably going to take my advice in general and just try and buy another one, because there's a lot of good deals out there that we spoke beforehand, because he asked me if this was a good deal or not. This was not a good deal at $300. Even if the thing was running, this is not a good deal at $300. I'm just going to drop this back off, get paid, and maybe I will go through my messages and see what's for sale, and I'll show you what you can get out there for $300. A lot of really good deals. Alright guys, if you guys found this video helpful, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Guess what? I'll see you guys on the next episode of PATTAY'S Performance. And don't forget, Mrs. and I, we go live every 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And don't forget to check your oil on your snowblower, lawnmower, anything 4-cycle related before you operate it. You don't end up like this guy. But he's not the only one out there. There are plenty of them. Later.